Hi, we're from the Yuba-Sutter Farm Bureau. I'm Justine Dutra, the Executive Director.
And I'm Lindsay Hyde, the Education and Outreach Coordinator for the Butte-Yuba-Sutter Water Quality Coalition.
And we've created this video to showcase our local farmer resources for our community. California Farm Bureau Federation is a nonprofit organization of farmers and ranchers consisting of county farm bureaus from nearly every county in California. Established in 1919 to work for the betterment of family farmers and ranchers in California. We are deeply committed to our mission, which is to improve the well-being and quality of life for California farmers and ranchers. We do this through advocacy, ongoing outreach, and economic services and products for those involved in agricultural production. California's family farmers and ranchers are a vital part of the statewide economy and local communities. In the course of providing people with the finest quality and most affordable food, fiber, and foliage in the world, we also support more than 2.5 million jobs statewide and more than $43.5 billion in crop value alone, all while acting as stewards of California's soil, water, air, and open space. Whether you represent a community involved in the production of food products, are home to one of the ports that ship California-grown products all over the world, or are one of the 38 million California consumers of the food, fiber, or foliage we produce, you have a stake in the future of California family farms and ranches. As a grassroots organization, the Farm Bureau represents and protects the farming and ranching way of life by influencing policy at all levels of government. To ensure that California's agricultural heritage is maintained and protected, we have developed the following major policy goals: competing for the future, communicating the value of farmland, ensuring farmers can grow and market their products, connecting consumers with their food, providing resources for farms in rural communities, works to protect family farms and ranches. With more than 400 different commodities produced in California, Farm Bureau is committed to helping consumers understand where their food comes from, the challenges associated with producing a safe, affordable food supply, and ensuring consumer confidence in California-grown products. In the last year, if you visited a California McDonald's, you should have seen a Where Your Food Grows tray liner, designed and implemented by California Foundation for Ag in the Classroom. This year, they put out 90,000 tray liners so consumers can see where food came from in California and what counties specifically. Farming and ranching touches nearly every aspect of human activity and is always the subject of legislative and regulatory interest. Because of that, the California Farm Bureau Federation works to protect and promote agricultural interests throughout California and to find solutions to the problems of the farm home, and the rural community. CFBF represents farmers and ranchers in venues including the state capitol, the halls of Congress, and the offices of state and federal regulatory agencies. CFBF derives its strength from grassroots policy development. This assures Farm Bureau represents the collective interests of its members. This starts at the local level with each and every county farm bureau.
Within CFBF, there are 53 individual county farm bureaus. It all starts at the county level. Folks just like yourself join as a member of their county farm bureau. So the organizational structure goes in the following order: the county, the state, and national. Truly grassroots. The basic foundation is you, but you have to join to make a difference. The Yuba-Sutter Farm Bureau is a nonprofit organization whose mission is to represent Yuba and Sutter County's agriculture through public relations, education, and public policy advocacy in order to promote the economic viability of agriculture balanced with appropriate management of natural resources. To accomplish this mission, a dedicated group of men and women volunteer their time and their energy to serve on the board of directors. These volunteers are your neighbors and are all involved in the farming and ranching industries. There is also paid staff that keeps the office going with day-to-day management and long-range commitment within the communities. Some of the benefits for being a Yuba-Sutter Farm Bureau member include receiving weekly issues of Ag Alert, receiving our monthly magazine, Crop Talk, receiving discounts from our business vendors. A full list can be found on our website, and over 15 days of free or reduced price agriculture employee and employers training and seminars throughout the year. In addition, we also have an agriculture business membership, which includes the same membership benefits listed. And in addition, you will get discounted advertising rates in our Crop Talk magazine, as well as you will be featured on the cover page. You will have additional insurance discounts, and you'll be added to our business directory on our website. As always, the Farm Bureau is constantly working on your behalf to advocate for sensible land use policies, preserve farming and ranching as a way of life for future generations, protect the county's water supply and local water quality, empower our members with information, reach out to many different organizations and entities to seek solutions to often complex problems, share the story of agriculture with those who may only know their food from the grocery store, provide individual farmers and ranchers the opportunity to unite with others who share their concerns and interests, and speak with one powerful voice for agriculture at the local, state, and national levels. Justine, can you please give an example of advocacy at our local level?
This October, California Farm Bureau and Yuba-Sutter Farm Bureau Board President teamed up to express to the County of Sutter how important the Williamson Act, and through their advocating down at the county level, we were able to get the Williamson Act contracts in Sutter County renewed for another 9 years, and this will preserve our prime farmland for at least another 9 years from development or rezoning.
Young Farmers and Ranchers is a subcommittee of the Farm Bureau. It prepares the next generations of farmers and ranchers to serve on the Farm Bureau board in order to continue making a difference in our communities. The Young Farmers and Ranchers, or YF&R, are active agriculturalists between the ages of 18 and 35 in production, banking, business, and many other areas of the ag industry. Some of the benefits and ways you can participate in Yuba-Sutter YF&R are by attending seminars focusing on leadership training, gaining valuable insights into all aspects of agriculture. You will also make valuable professional contacts by having the opportunity to meet and work with your elected officials. Young Farmers and Ranchers offers programs that give you the opportunity to become involved in the legislative process, as well as the social aspect where you can meet people who share the same challenges and successes that you do. Young Farmers and Ranchers also provides you with legislative awareness. California agriculture is the most diverse in the world, and as a result, public policy issues affecting our agricultural industry can be very complex. The Legislative Conference provides a one-day training at the state capitol building and the opportunity to speak with legislators about issues that will affect the ag industry. Farm Bureau needs young leaders like you to be involved in the legislative process. Young Farmers and Ranchers offers programs that give you that opportunity. One aspect common to all Young Farmers and Ranchers activities is the opportunity to meet people. Social activities are where YF&Rs have fun and network at the same time. Contact the Yuba-Sutter Young Farmers and Ranchers Chair, Lillian Smith, at yubasutteryfr@gmail.com. Meetings are generally the third Thursday of the month at various locations throughout the Yuba-Sutter area.
Hi, my name is Lindsay Hyde, and I'm the Education and Outreach Coordinator for the Butte-Yuba-Sutter Water Quality Coalition. So in today's video, I'm going to do a brief overview of what the coalition is, and we'll talk about some success stories that have come from the coalition and the hard work from our local growers. The coalitions are set into place to enforce the Irrigated Lands Regulatory Program. The ILRP regulates the discharge from irrigated agriculture lands for surface and groundwater. This program is created and mandated at the state level by the State Water Resources Control Board. Underneath the State Water Board, we have the different regions, and we fall underneath the Sacramento Valley region. Underneath the regional water boards, we have the individual sub-watershed groups, and that is what our Butte-Yuba-Sutter Water Quality Coalition is. If an individual grower decided to do their reporting requirements and pay their fees directly to the state, they would not receive any assistance with their reporting, and their fee per acre is about $1,000 an acre, as to where our local sub-watershed is about $2.50 an acre currently. So the coalition was designed to be a simple, less expensive way to comply with the ILRP. So we're here to answer questions and provide assistance with the ILRP requirements. We work directly with the monitoring staff and the ag commissioners to address exceedances in our areas. And we coordinate educational opportunities that focus on current water quality issues and the best management practices to avoid exceedances in the future. Here we have the membership requirements for BYS. So you need to keep current on your membership dues. You need to attend an outreach event for the year. You'll need to complete your farm evaluation survey, your irrigation and nitrogen management plan, and summary report if necessary, and also fill out your sediment and erosion control plan if necessary as well. Remember, these are annual obligations, so to remain a member in good standing, all requirements must be completed and submitted to the coalition by the appropriate due date. So on top of the reporting requirements for the coalition, we also have different monitoring sites throughout Butte, Yuba, and Sutter counties, and these sites are in place so that if there are any exceedances, we can set a management plan. So a management plan is an area where there has been an exceedance for 2 years consecutively. These areas are then monitored yearly to ensure that growers are using proper farming practices to protect our surface and our groundwater. Once a management plan has had 0 exceedances for 3 consecutive years, then that management plan is able to close. So as you can see on the graph over on the right-hand side, when the coalition was founded in 2004-2005, we didn't have a lot of management plans in place just yet. We were kind of getting things rolling. And as the years went on, we found more and more areas that had exceedances. And then if you look further to the right side of the chart, it looks like in 2016 to current, we've actually been completing the majority of our management plans. And in 2019, we're down to just having a couple management plans. So what this graph is showing here is that the farmers are doing their job, and they are really focusing to protect our surface and groundwater. So this chart is showing more than 1,100 water column and sediment samples that were collected and analyzed from 22 different water bodies throughout the Sacramento Valley region between the periods of 2012 to 2019. So to summarize, this figure shows that rare toxicity, which is less than 1% of all the samples, to algae and the water flea. These are species that are doing well, suggesting the protection of algae and zooplankton that are important food for the fish and the wildlife. It also shows no toxicity to the fathead minnow, suggesting the protection of a sensitive fish species, and it shows low frequency of toxicity to Halilea, which is a shrimp-like invertebrate that feeds on algae and is a major food source for our waterfowl along the Pacific Flyway. So this is just another example of a success story that the local growers have been putting forth through the coalition. If you have any questions, you can always feel free to reach out to myself or Justine Dutra at the Yuba-Sutter Farm Bureau.
Hello, I was calling because I just talked to the sheriff's department and reported that I had some equipment stolen from the ranch, and they told me to call and talk to you about a product you have called Smart Water.
Smart Water is a forensic coding system that has a specific DNA-like encryption inside of it. It's a liquid that when applied, you can't taste it, you can't smell it, you can't see it with the naked eye. You have to use a specific light that only our law enforcement has to be able to detect it. So the idea with Smart Water is you mark all of your equipment, tools, chainsaws, anything that is of value, jewelry, it can be electronics in the home, any type of equipment that you would not want to be stolen. And once you mark it with it, it stays for about 5 years, and you can scrub it, you can bleach it, you can paint over it, and it's still, the coating doesn't go away. So say for example, if you marked a trailer, your trailer got stolen, someone painted over it, and it was marked with Smart Water, if the sheriffs know that it's marked and where exactly it's marked, they can scrape the paint off and they can get a sample from that and send it in and then match it to whoever it's registered to, and then essentially return that piece of equipment or trailer or what have you to the rightful owner.
If you have a piece of equipment that's stolen, what's the first step you should take?
So your first call needs to be your local sheriff. They'll come out and they will make a report. It doesn't matter how big or small. If this item is of value to you or this piece of equipment is of value, you need to make it a report. That way, if it doesn't get recovered, they can return it to you. If it is marked with Smart Water, you need to make sure that they know exactly where it's placed and where you put it on there. In our counties, we tell our members that if they have Smart Water, they need to mark it in these certain specific spots so that if our sheriffs go and they recover an item, they can quickly check if it has been marked with Smart Water or not. Or if they roll up on a suspect that they're kind of unsure about, they can check and see if it's got Smart Water, and then that leads them to be able to question and find out more information on these items with these questionable folks.
Smart Water is available for purchase at the Yuba-Sutter Farm Bureau office. For Farm Bureau members, the cost is $75, and if you're not a Farm Bureau member, it's $100. So your kit will include your actual Smart Water, decals that you can put on your equipment, and a sign that you can put on your farm. This sign acts as a deterrent, similar to a no trespassing sign. So when someone's coming onto your property, they'll see this and maybe think twice about stealing anything.
The Smart Water system has been extremely valuable down in the Central Valley. They've been able to cut their rural crime rate down to nearly 50% of what it was prior to implementing the system. We're hoping in Northern California, working with other county farm bureaus, that we'll be able to have the same results.
So if you're interested in purchasing Smart Water, call us at the Yuba-Sutter Farm Bureau office at 530-673-6550, and we'll get you set up with your kit and ready to go. No barn bandits!